It's time to check out some more Indonesian food. From the street, from a restaurant, and home cooking. All of it here. Every part of Indonesian food reacted in this video.
This one's focusing on Medan area of Indonesia, so this will be very interesting. This is a place we've actually wanted to travel to in Indonesia. We have been to the country itself, but not to Medan yet.
If you want to check out those videos, you can go down in the link in the description below. Tri-Fate Lifestyle is our vlog channel, and you can check out our adventures across Indonesia. But there's still a lot more to discover. So we're coming back early 2025. Mark my words.
It's marked right now, and every single person also has marked your words in this video. So expect that on Tri-Fate Lifestyle.
Let's just jump right into this right here, right now, and see what we're eating today.
In this video,
I don't think I can go on with this.
you'll witness extreme halal food in Medan, Indonesia.
You eat the scale?
Of course.
And I'll learn how
Eat the
some women
scale,
eat
huh?
when they can't show their face in public.
You go to restaurants very often?
But first, let's back up. Indonesia has the highest Muslim population of any country in the world. Islam here began in northern Sumatra, where we are now.
Oh, interesting.
The religion has influenced their culture, but it's also influenced the local diet.
For this, it doesn't seem like it's difficult to make halal. 'Cause
I bet that's
there's no meat or
spicy as
anything
nuts.
here, right?
Oh,
Today,
yeah.
I'm following Andre, getting a closer look at how to eat like a local,
You have to drink it, not eat it.
including one-of-a-kind, home-cooked goldfish.
We've never
And
seen
it all
that
starts
anywhere.
here.
Never.
I watched some of your video. It's very extreme food. I want to ask why this is like traditional dish usually.
Well, what would you consider extreme?
You know, like the whole pig on the table.
Why are you crying?
Look how good this food looks.
You don't eat like that at home.
It's interesting you say like the
Very
whole
haram.
pig is so extreme, but for me, it feels kind of normal.
Oh yeah?
But I love trying food from everywhere around the world, whether it's that kind of food or something like this. What am I looking at here?
This is we call rujak.
A sweet, dense, and addictive dish found on the streets of Medan. But
Sweet. I would never expect that in a million years to be sweet.
Yeah, we would, if we didn't know what it was before, we'd pick it up and eat it, and we'd expect it to be like not salty, like super spicy and super savory, basically.
That like reddish brown sauce in like Indonesia would make me be like, oh my gosh, this is gonna fry my innards right now. And like rendang could spice you up real quick.
It's delicious, but it hits.
It
to
does.
catch,
This looks like chilies or some kind of a
And the
sambal.
whole of chili over here, yes. There's a level of the spice. This is middle level.
Oh gosh, mid-level in Indonesia is not safe.
stone grind green chilies, then roast peanuts, unripe banana, tasari, a
They
local
just
shrimp
grind up
paste,
everything.
and palm
Oh,
sugar.
shrimp
Continue
paste,
to
that's
grind
the
until it
color.
congeals into an earthy brown paste. That is just the sauce. Now they slice and dice young papaya, star fruit, mango, water apple, jicama, and pineapple. Bring the
That's
fruit
the
and sauce
sweetness, I
together,
guess.
then roasted peanuts on top. Vendors
Interesting.
like
That would
this
be a
dot the
wild
periphery
ride of
the Grand
flavors.
Mosque of Medan, where we're sitting right now.
Today, please do not adjust the heat for me. I can handle it.
Oh yeah?
Lenny Andriani, or Andre. She's called Medan home for 15 years. She's a food lover and a mother of 3.
Let's try it out. I find the spice to be pretty manageable. It's warm, but it's not so hot.
This is normal heat.
Is this a snack?
It's a snack.
I love this dish. It tastes good, it's sweet, has a delicious peanut base to it, and then each fruit has a little bit different crunch to it too. When's the last time you had this?
2 days
Interesting.
ago, like this is like everyday meal, you know?
This is halal food, right?
I don't even
Yes,
know what
halal
to
food.
expect like that to taste like.
Halal food is food that's permitted for consumption according to the laws of Islam. That means, in most cases, no booze, no bugs, no pork, and no
No
strange
bugs, I
lizard
didn't know that.
creatures or geckos either.
Whenever I eat halal food, certainly it's gonna be less extreme in some ways. But when I come to Indonesia, I find food like this that's very creative. What am I looking at here?
This is actually my favorite drink.
Jamu, a traditional
Jamu.
drink meant to remedy a variety of ailments.
Cheers.
Cheers.
In lieu of booze, you could try getting a kick from this.
What?
Yeah.
What is
It's
that?
turmeric.
Turmeric and what?
Sugar, of course.
Of course. A woman just
course.
came by a second ago on a bicycle. She had a bunch of bottles in the back. And then now I'm looking at something that looks like water and turmeric and then a friggin' raw egg yolk. Is that honey?
Yeah,
That's
it's honey.
interesting.
Do you think that's extreme to eat the eyeball of
Yeah.
the fish?
You're saying this tastes like fish eyeball.
Almost like that. You want me to drink this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
What the?
I can't.
How was it?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to pretend like you did? was a mouthful of flavor. The egg yolk
The
was kind of
texture of
leathery
that.
on the outside. I thought it would just break
The way
right
that
away.
it went in
I
her
had to
mouth
chomp
that she was
it, and
able
then
to
it
just spit it out.
with a bunch of honey. Wow, what an experience. My life flashed before my eyes. In Islam, I know when you go to the mosque, men and women are separated.
Yes, that's the rule of Islam.
It seems like the idea is to have the least amount of distractions as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you feel more comfortable just being surrounded by women only?
Yeah, what should I have to do with men anyway? Like, if we're going to pray, we don't even talk with the women.
Yeah, that's true.
Men, get out of here.
No one needs you. Am I right?
Yeah.
We just like concentration and we do what we do.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm no expert on Islam. In my experience, each country interprets the Quran's guidance and laws in different ways, and each country thinks their way is the correct way. But Indonesia is no theocracy. Its citizens are free to present themselves to the public as they wish.
It's interesting because I've been to a place like Oman where I went with a Bedouin man to meet his family. He had to literally hide his wife and daughter in the house, then he could come out and speak to us. But then I come to a place like Indonesia, I sit across the table from you, no problem.
Me coming here, of course, my husband is give me permit to come here. So basically, the regulation is the same, but how they apply it based on their heart.
Interesting.
One of my
You get to
goals
learn about
today
the
is to seek
Islam.
understanding.
In Indonesia, it's definitely different, but we haven't been to too many places that are Muslim, basically.
Oh.
UAE, Malaysia, Indonesia.
India and the part we were at was Muslim
Yeah.
too.
South,
But,
Philippines a little bit, but not really too much.
Yeah. It's interesting. Every place has their very different rules. I mean, Dubai, you wouldn't even know there was a bunch of rules because it's just tourists everywhere. And Indonesia, honestly, you wouldn't know anything about it either because the women just walk around in the street too. And
Yeah.
we are in Bali, which is Hindu, so.
Yeah, and then there's places that are very Christian, and I mean, we met some guy in Jakarta even, and he was just talking to us about how Christian he was, and there was a church right there across from the mosque.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, it's a melting pot over there of religions. So every place is different, and we never know what to expect.
As an outsider, it's difficult to comprehend the purpose of some Muslim practices, like this next woman, who's not shown her face in public for years. Is this a life she chose for herself? And on a more practical level, how does one eat when their face must remain hidden? To find out, we've come here. A local restaurant with one and only one jaw-dropping dish.
Oh,
One dish, wow.
this looks like it's from a T-Rex. It is gigantic. What do you call this?
Sum sum.
Sum sum.
Whoa.
Beef bones that are boiled and simmered in a broth for hours. Upon serving, they're seasoned with nutmeg, shallot sauce, garlic, pepper, and MSG. Then finally, a sprinkle of dried celery and onions.
There's a bit of meat and fat on the outside, cartilage too, and then the broth that everything is inside of. So even though it's bones, there's still plenty to eat.
Not the bone, yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't eat the bone. I figured that part out.
Joining us, Andre's friend, Aisha.
Aisha, for you, is this a difficult thing to eat?
No.
Have you already tried it? You have to drink it, not eat it.
You have to drink the marrow?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, you even get
It's
a
like
straw.
a shot of butter. Super fatty, very, very rich. That is wild.
That's why we don't eat this every day.
For you, what is the best part here?
It's everything. The meat outside this also a great treat. Try one.
The fat, the cartilage, the meat is so tender. It's
gosh.
unbelievable.
Very soft.
Aisha, I've
Yes?
never eaten with someone who wears the niqab. It's the first time for me. And as a man sitting down with two women, every time you eat, I'm wondering, should I look away? Can I still look at you and speak to you?
Yeah.
What is the proper etiquette?
Boleh ditengok kalian ya? Kalau misalnya kalau ngobrol kan boleh ditengok ya.
Hanya untuk wanita.
Nanti wanita ya. They're wearing the cover. She say that I only socialize with women. Yeah.
Atau untuk bila dalam majelis ilmu yang
You are the guest, come here, you want to know what is this, so we can meet you for a special occasion only.
Do you go to restaurants very often? Not often. It seems like it would be difficult.
no, karena kan harus terjaga ya kayak
Normal
gini.
this is okay, but this one is special because this is extreme food.
What do you think? Good?
I like it. Yes. This is my first time.
Your first time?
Yes.
I want to pour in some of this broth, trying to get it like a bone marrow soup.
For sure, you're gonna gain some weight.
It is so rich and fatty, but man, that is absolutely delicious.
Fatty.
Can I ask how old you are? Is that rude? I have no idea.
She's 35.
Do you have a job?
Rumah Tafis.
She's a teacher.
So for women who follow Islam, I notice some don't wear any coverings, some wear a hijab, some wear the niqab, but why should you be covered?
The principle, the rule is we want to avoid the attention.
Layer by layer, I didn't know narrowness in
Very interesting
In the
stuff.
teachings
Be
of
interesting to
Islam,
see how much it
men
changes
and
just
women
throughout
are
the
advised to
country.
dress modestly. Both the
Yeah.
hijab and
In
niqab
Jakarta, we
interpret-
saw a lot less hijabs like at all. There's a lot more women just full hair out and everything. Like there was a lot less.
Yeah, and then
I don't
obviously you can go all the way, like you said already. Bali is so far away, not so far away from Jakarta, but it's pretty far still, and it's just a completely different religion. And then there's more Muslim people on like another island that could be completely different.
So it's very interesting, just varying island to island, city to city. It's a really, you don't know what you're going to get. And I mean, this place, obviously the same city, and you have this woman who is full on, and then the other woman who is just the headscarf, and then some that had nothing.
Occasions of modest dress for women.
Who decides what the woman wears?
The woman herself. The husband also has authority.
In some societies, wearing a hijab is limited to married women. In others, girls begin wearing the hijab after puberty.
In some cities, like Jakarta, many working women wearing the hijab, going out, doing business, but they're wearing lipstick, a lot of makeup, they have their eyes done. To me, that just seemed like an interesting contrast. You know, on one hand, there's a form of modesty, on the other hand, there's a form of wanting to be seen.
Yeah, sometimes people want to follow a little bit and a little bit more, but the standard rules is there.
Now, Aisha, in what situations can you take off the niqab?
Di rumah saat hanya dengan
She can take off the niqab only with all women and also with family. Or if in the restaurant they have like a private room, she can take it off.
Oh. I think that for some Western people who aren't able, like me, to sit down and ask questions directly, we have this idea that the way I see you in the street is the way you must look and behave everywhere in your life. And that you just are always like in this prison of fabric, never able to express yourself. But it sounds like there's plenty of places where you're still open, you're still free, and just doing what most other people do.
Yeah.
She's holding up his-
Food permissible
I did not expect her to be holding up
is
this thing.
controversial in the USA, where it's considered a pet.
When my team told me we're going to be
No,
eating goldfish, I
pet
thought,
Goldie.
there's no way.
I eat goldfish all the time. The cracker.
Me
Here in
too.
Audrey's home, tucked
extra
into the
cheddar.
city's edge, you'll find a familiar sight. 3 young girls at play and food cooking in the kitchen.
I was excited to come here today because you're doing some home cooking. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. They wanted attention and then they got too much and they got overwhelmed. You have a home-cooked meal here and a goldfish.
Yeah.
A lot of people have these as pets,
Yeah, because it's so pretty and also the color is also special too.
but the flavor's even better than that?
Yeah, even better.
Arsik is an Indonesian spicy fish dish
Arsik.
that's only reserved for special occasions.
Arsenic?
Blend together a potent mix of turmeric, ginger,
That could go
andalima,
very
a type
poorly
of
if
pepper,
if you
tamarind,
mix
or
those up.
Candle nut, shallots, garlic,
You'd,
green chilies, and red chilies.
One would send us to the toilet because it looks like it's going to be insanely spicy, and one would send us to the grave.
You never know what could happen in the world. There's a lot of lost in translation things. That's pretty close there. Arsenic.
You could get an arsenic, and then what are you going to do?
Or like you could be thinking that you're eating arsenic, but you're actually eating an arson.
And then your mouth would just start on fire.
Yeah.
Dang.
Now, the fish.
satisfaction.
Add to the
Fish.
pan along with long beans, lemongrass, leeks, tomato, and torched ginger. It's a type of perennial tropical plant that folks here use for food and for medicine. Finally, add the sauce, some salt, and water, and cook for hours until the sauce becomes thick.
So we have the fish here.
But you must be very careful with the bones because
Oh.
goldfish are very well known with the bones stuck in our throat.
And then what, you eat rice?
No, people believe that. We have to stir up the plate to take it out. And then, I don't know.
That doesn't seem, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not one to shun any culture, but turning your plate like you're steering a ship doesn't feel like it would remove the bone from your throat.
The scale actually is not removed like the other fish that we eat.
Oh yes.
How does that work?
I like heard her say it, but I didn't really process it until Sunny said it. I was like, wait, what?
I thought she. I don't even know what I thought she meant by turning the plate.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
And that is just legit scales on there. Okay, let's try it out. Wow, this is like a flavor bomb. It is so spicy. I taste lemongrass. It's super fragrant, very spicy. My face is turning red a little bit, but beyond that, I cannot get over taking a bite of that skin. You're eating like chewy, crunchy scales of the fish. I've never had that before. Oh, I got a little bit of bone.
Okay, have you stirred it up? See? You do believe it, right?
I don't believe it.
No. Scary.
I was waiting to die.
You can eat the chunk of rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Or you can try this also.
Oh, the whole head. Thank you so much. Very nice. The cheek meat is the best. How often do you eat fish?
Fish every day, but goldfish is not every day. Maybe like once in a year. It's expensive because with that amount of money that you buy, you only get a little meat.
I love how purely a mom you are. Your kids just keep coming continuously, asking for things, and you're tending to them, and it doesn't interrupt a single thought that you have.
I have 3 kids. I get used to it.
Right, exactly. I want to try this really quick. Is that bread?
Actually, like a pancake.
Oh, that looks awesome.
That's like what we
A net
tried.
pancake
Yeah.
that's made
In Malaysia, we tried something very similar to that.
Traditional Malaysian food, it was, the restaurant.
It was really interesting. I don't know how to describe it. It was like almost like a half bread, half noodle almost. It was really weird.
It was basically just like a carb vessel for like flavor. Like you can just dip it, but it being in like a rolled circle made it completely different for a dipping motion.
And it was not warm. It was just like it was pretty cold. It was room temperature. It's very interesting.
from flour.
It's not like naan or like cooked roti where it's like gives you another flavor. It just kind of gives you just like straight like raw dough taste, which is very interesting.
Coconut milk, ground turmeric, pandan powder, and blue pea flour. It's the perfect vehicle for her chicken curry.
Really nice. It's spicy. I taste it up my nostrils. I love the coconut cream. There's layers of spices. It's very rich. It all soaks up into that roti jala, and then it's just so fun to chew on. What do you think makes Indonesian food special?
I'm so thankful that I live in Indonesia, so I can see there's so many diversity from the west side of Indonesia, like Sumatra, Java. Mostly people are Muslim, and we eat Muslim food.
Even though Indonesia has the largest population of Muslims in the world, it's a country also home to some of the most extreme tribes, cultures, and ways of life.
For you women, would you say Indonesia is a Muslim country?
Of course, it's Muslim country, but in here, the government is republic. The regulation is not based on Islam regulation.
No, pig!
Well, my mission for the rest of the time I'm in Indonesia is to kind of seek out these
what
other
is
groups,
that?
these fringe groups, the people who are less known, less represented, and to discover them, their culture, and their food. But first, I wanted to hang out with all of you today, get to know some of the more halal food, and I had an incredible time. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Very nice for us
All right.
having this with you.
Best ever food review show.
That was Indonesia street food, Indonesia restaurant food, Indonesia home cooking. They ate a dang goldfish.
Some of the like Muslim food basically in Indonesia. Very cool to learn about that. But yeah, poor Goldie. Feel bad.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have more Indonesia stuff we should check out, let us know down in the comments below. Let us know where we should go next time we're in Indonesia in early 2025. Keep us to it. Hopefully it happens.
Yeah, we got. It's a big country. We can take a few stops. Give us some underrated spots. Maybe some nature that we can get to. Some cool cities.
You want Medan? You want Sumatra? You want Surabaya? I mean, what do you want? What do you want? Let us know.
You want us to go to a soccer game, a football game?
Yeah, there's a lot of options. You wanted to just go to KFC over and over?
Yeah.
And over?
And maybe, like, if we're feeling a little bit spicy, go to McDonald's.
I mean, we could. I want some mee goreng. That sounds good. From
The
that.
Cheese Factory, level 5.
Oh, We could get level 8 at that
The Goran.
Migoacon, and level 2 sent me to the bathroom because it was so spicy.
Yeah. If you want to see us eat some spicy food too, let us know.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.